I will be, drumroll please, I will be moving to Thailand in August of this year. And when I tell you that wasn't where I thought I was going, but I keep saying to people, well, I'm moving to Thailand on my way to Portugal. And they're like, wait, what? And I might be moving to Thailand on my way to somewhere else. I am Dr. Davia Brown Franklin, and I do have a YouTube channel called Not All the Things. I am a mother. I have two amazing children, 26 and soon to be 21. I have a wonderful husband. We've been married 32 years, but we've been together 35 years. That is my soulmate. That is my partner in crime. That is my ride or die. I work in education. I came to my education degree late in life. I did it around 3 years ago. I had started a program, a doctoral program 20 years ago, and then life be lifing. And so then you wait and you do what you have to do. I work in education. I've been supporting leaders and teachers for over 25 years. I do coaching work. A lot of my work really focuses on transitioning from, say, one field into education, but also there's just some general like life coaching work. And I am a sister friend and a lover of music and wine and all good things.
So let me just share Miss WM's story. So Miss WM is part of our community, multiple communities. But when I first met Miss WM, she had a goal to get residency. She did a scouting trip in Panama.
Okay.
Didn't do a scouting trip in Mexico. She got approved at the Raleigh consulate. About 2 to 3 weeks ago, she received her permanent residency card in Mexico. So talking about audacity, talk about audacious, talking about not letting the naysayers or people saying, oh, you should have did this in your 20s or whatever. Congratulations to her. But what was it that sparked your decision to move abroad and leave the US?
Yeah, so I would say my initial spark actually happened when I was a young girl in college. I spent a semester abroad in London and did not want to come home after that semester. My grandmother was like, come on back to the Bronx and graduate. And I was like, I don't want to come back. I love it here. And so once you get an opportunity to be out and to see that the US is not the center of the world and that there's a big, bright world out there, you can, if you open yourself up to it, you can really have experiences. So that was my initial spark. And that was, way back then, not a seed quite planted. Okay. And then in 2011, I had the opportunity to take a sabbatical from work because I had done like 14 years and I was able to earn my sabbatical. I work at a graduate school. Okay. And so I went with another colleague and we started a farm school in Zimbabwe. And that farm school was from the ground up. We helped to create it, interview teachers, hire folks, and start this school, and then support that school for around 2 years after. So I left there thinking, there's a lot of work to be done. And I want to be out in this big, big world and be able to be a part of it. And so my husband and I have been talking, I would say off and on, about it's time to get up out of here. And I was like, how are we going to do this? I still got kids in college. We're not finished paying off college, but I want to make a move. And so we just been really in conversation and open to the fact that we can do what we're doing anywhere else and maybe do it much better. The idea of moving was just in me, so to speak, really, really just there for me to take. And because I was open and have been open, when the opportunity came and knocked, I was open for it.
Can you just share with us where you are moving to and why did you choose that destination? Another one of my favorite places in the entire world.
So I will be, drumroll please, I will be moving to Thailand in August of this year. And when I tell you that wasn't where I thought I was going, But I keep saying to people, well, I'm moving to Thailand on my way to Portugal. And they're like, wait, what? And I might be moving to Thailand on my way to somewhere else. But what I am doing is I'm moving to Thailand. And so I was like, wow. And in all honesty, I really was not looking for this job, but a job was like literally, and I don't really know how to say this, but I was looking to get out, and I said, all right, I'm gonna look on LinkedIn, which I have never done. I have never applied to anything on LinkedIn in my whole time. And I'm late night up at 3 and I'm going through and I'm looking at this job description and I'm like, oh, I can do that. And I can do that. And I'm looking at all the bullets. And I said, oh, I can do all those things. I'm gonna apply for this job. And the job was in Malaysia. And I said, I'll apply and we'll see what happens. And literally, God made it so. The recruiter called me the next day and was like, oh, we got your CV. Did you apply for blah, blah, blah? We'd love to talk to you. You know, nothing but God.
Because usually that's especially an open. If they reply at all,
open.
Talking maybe a month, right?
Listen, open. And not only open, that position was up since October.
Oh my gosh.
I went through that whole 3 rounds of interviews from like February, March.
Wow.
And then in between all that, my husband was like, I think we should go to Malaysia. we should probably go visit if you're going to get this job. And I was like, all right. And we literally went for 1 week to Malaysia. We went and we had an amazing time. And then when I got to the 4th round, they said, well, we'd like for you to potentially think about Thailand. Would you be open to Thailand? I was like, Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. Like, I'm still 12 hours away.
I don't remember you saying that they contacted you the very next day and the process began. Wow.
Like when I say the very next day, I was like, wow, God is so good. Yeah. When you pray for it and you align yourself and you stay open, because it really has to be about you being willing and open.
Yeah. And asking for it, like asking, putting it out there. And while you are here, right? While you are here doing whatever the routine is that you're doing, 3 o'clock in the morning, go on LinkedIn, go on websites, find resources.
Find and be open to saying I'll apply.
Yeah.
Listen, I was like, how do I didn't even know how to upload the cover letter. I was like, I don't even know how to upload it. I had to like reapply and then add the cover letter as the upload. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. No, I have no idea. So I did the CV and then I was like, I should probably write a cover letter. They're gonna open this CV and be like,
okay, what? Nice resume, but
nice resume. And
but who is she? Right?
Who is she? I was like, oh Lord.
If you pick up nothing else from just that response, what do you have to lose? Right? I hate even saying that phrase now, but
it's true.
Like, what do you have to lose? You don't get a response. They say no. You go through something. You keep moving. You have absolutely nothing to lose. She got an amazing trip to Malaysia unexpectedly.
How about that?
How about her and her husband?
Yeah.
What do you have to lose? So you kind of talked about it. Can you just give the exact time frame from the time when you said, you know what, I'm thinking about maybe something else?
I will say January of this year.
You said in January, oh, heck no.
Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it down and I'm going to be very strategic about how I'm moving right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to, just try to align myself, deal with whatever, deal with your bills, deal with your finances, and just be open to like look for opportunities and just see. And something can be an opportunity that you don't normally see as an opportunity.
And you can always pivot. That's the beautiful thing. Like, we are not taking blood oaths when we do these things, right? We are not selling our souls. We can always pivot. And that's kind of why I, wanted to label this conversation, having the audacity, but
Yes.
also escaping the limitations that we
Yes.
also often put on ourselves. You did not have the pieces of the puzzle all laid out and figured out in January. But as we like to say in the gymnasium, you were about that action. It was like, well, at least let me get started. At least let me start the process and see what comes of it. And
really thinking about, what does it mean to show up as a Black American female, being a leader of folks from a different culture in a whole different climate and world. And the way that they move is not the way we move in the US, and definitely not the way we move in New York. So the grind and the hustle and the let's go, I can't bring that energy.
Nope.
Right? I have to be willing to be a listener and be culturally attuned to what's in front of me and show up so that they now see, oh, well, Black people are different from what I see on TV potentially, or what I know, or what I thought they were, right? So the fears are always the weight of the work. But I also think, it's the small things. How am I going to feel when I can't be there when my kids have a real issue and I'm 12 hours away and they're like, Mom, and I can't, I'm a day ahead. And, those kind of like small moments are the moments that I worry about. And I can't fix a thing because I'm too far away. So, whatever happens, the heat goes out, the dishwasher's not working, y'all gonna have to work that out. Like I can't fix it.
Right.
So some of it is like real life stuff, work, and some of it is the smaller things that you do worry about. Also being in a place where I've been married 30 some odd years. So I haven't lived alone, and my husband will be there, but he'll be there for a month at a time. He'll be there for a few months at a time. I'm on my own in a new place, having to navigate. So yeah, there's fear there, but there's God there. So for me, it's God first, and it's faith over fear.